Hey yogis and yoginis, Ashley Josephine here. Today we're going to work on the hips. So a quick 5 minutes. Today I recommend that you have a belt or a strap with you. If you have a yoga strap, grab that. If you don't have a yoga strap, no problem, just grab a belt. So we'll start on our back. Supta Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Bring your knees wide and your soles of your feet together to touch. And then lie down on your back. And allow your knees to sink down towards the ground here, and you'll feel that opening in your hips. Your low back will naturally arch. So you can rest your hands on your hips here to bring your awareness to your hips. You can bring one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And allow that natural curvature of your spine here. So your spine will arch up. And your hip, especially as your knees move lower and your hips open up a little bit more. So take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then lengthen your left leg long on the mat and pull your right knee in towards your chest. Give it a nice squeeze here. Pull it in as much as you can. Keep your shoulders on the ground. And then pull your knee out over towards your armpits. You can bring it in even a little bit further when your torso isn't in the way. And when you bring it out to the side, you might feel more of a stretch there in your hips. So take a deep breath right into your hip where you feel it the most. And then half happy baby. So grab hold of the inside or the outside edge of your foot. And then your knee moves down towards the ground as your foot moves up toward the ceiling. And the more that you press your foot into your hand, you create traction that allows you to open up through your hip. Your knee pushes down, the sole of your foot pushes up. Now if this is really intense for you, you can't take this grip, then you've got the belt. Wrap it around the top of your foot and allow yourself to be wherever you are. You can press or pull rather down on the strap or the belt to bring your knee low. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good, and then bend your left foot and place your right foot across your left thigh for figure 4 stretch. You'll pull this shape in towards your body. Take your right hand between your right leg, grab hold of your shin and pull your left shin in towards your body. This gets the outside of the right hip. And if you can go a little bit deeper, you can, or if this is too deep for you, you can grab the back of your thigh instead of the calves. And you can also use a strap here. So you can put a strap around your foot, your left foot, and then grab hold of the strap too. And some of you might have long enough straps or belts that you could thread this through your legs and pull even more. So take a deep breath here and a deep breath out. And we'll repeat this on the other side. Release your strap down. Extend your right leg long. Pull your left knee in. Give it a tight squeeze here. Really reach forward through your right foot. And then pull your knee to the outside edge of your left side so the knee comes all the way up into the armpit. And press your low back down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take it into half happy baby. Grab hold of the foot, knee comes down. Press your foot back into your hand or grab your strap. And same thing, press your foot into the strap and pull the strap down at the same time. Create that traction for a nice stretch in your hips. And your right leg here, it's nice and solid. So you're pressing down through your right hip. Your hips stay square. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then move that into your figure 4 stretch. Left foot over right thigh. Flex your toes here to protect your knee. And then grab hold of your right leg and pull this shape in close towards your body. You'll feel this definitely on your left outer hip. And if this causes you to lift your head and your shoulders up, that's putting a lot of strain on your spine, your neck, and your shoulders. So we want to keep the shoulders low. That might mean you can't pull the leg in as far. You might take the strap then and wrap it around your foot so that your shoulders can relax down on the ground. And don't worry, you'll still feel that stretch in the outside edge of your left hip. Good, so this figure 4 stretch is really great. It gets the outside edge of your hip, and you can opt to stay there or come to a seated position, and we'll try our half pigeon. So half pigeon, start on the right side. Your right leg comes forward, your left leg is back behind you. And the full version of the pose, you've got your shin forward, parallel towards the front edge of the mat. Quite honestly, depending on how tight your hips are, you'll never get there. Or that's not to say that you'll never get there, but you won't be there today, and that's okay. It's okay if your foot is closer in towards your groin, as long as you're feeling a stretch on the outside edge of your right hip. So lift up through your chest, find some length, and then exhale. You'll come down onto your hands. Maybe you stay up here, and that's enough for you. You can come down onto your forearms. Your back toes straight, point straight forward. Relax your head and your neck. So that's your half pigeon. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Avoid any pain in your knee. If you feel pain in your knee, then that's a good indicator to try that figure 4 for a couple extra breaths. And take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good, and then wrap your left leg around here. We'll bring the left leg forward and send your right leg back. And you'll have to do a little bit of setup here. Your hips squared toward the ground. Now, if your hips look something like this or like this, and they're not even, they're not square toward the ground, then you can always grab a block or a book or a pillow or a folded blanket even, and prop it up underneath that hip that's lifted so that you bring your hips square and we avoid any asymmetry in the body. Then you can come down onto your forearms. You can relax your head and your neck. And again, you'll feel it in the outside edge of your left hip. And perhaps, depending on how tight your muscles are, you'll feel it in other places too. Perhaps the groin. Maybe you'll feel some extension in your psoas in the right leg. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Again, figure 4 is a great option if this just isn't working for you and your knees, or if you can't get your hips square and it's just too difficult. So come on up out of that or your figure 4, whichever stretch you are in. Bring the soles of your feet together. So again, Supta Baddha Konasana, that's how we started class. Now we're just sitting instead of lying down. Take a deep breath in and exhale, fold forward. Release your head and your neck. And let your knees be heavy. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And another breath in and out. Good, and then inhale, rise all the way up and come to a comfortable seat. Cross-legged is still a good stretch in your hips. If that doesn't work for you, maybe take your legs out in front or sit on your knees. You can prop yourself up on a block. And if you have a few extra minutes, then go through that sequence again, maybe 1-2 times. Spend a few extra breaths in each of these poses to allow yourself to open up through your hips. The hips are super, super tight for so many of us, and it's not something that we can fix in one pose that we hold for a couple breaths. It's really the type of thing where we need to sit there with these poses for 10 breaths, 15 breaths, 20 breaths, 5 minutes. And that can be quite intense. So this is a good introduction to you for the different types of stretches that you can use to help open up your hips. And I encourage you to go through these stretches again and again, hold them as long as you can, and be patient with yourself. Thanks so much for practicing. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And have a great day. Namaste.